There we are on Brunch with Brian this morning, and I want to say hello to everybody. And it is Celebrate Your Name Week. So I always like a Monday, and I always like a Monday that's towards the beginning of a week because I call it, what do we call it? Fresh Start Monday. So let's line up our goals for March. We all want to do at least one deal in March. It is March 5th, 6th today. So we're already about a week in. So hopefully you've been taking some good action and getting some leads generated, making calls. Remember, that's the nice thing about the creative financing business. You can generate business just by doing outbound calling. There goes Lynette by. So what do we do with the outbound calling? There's FSBO outbound calling, for sale by owners. There's listing realtor opening call scripts that I want you guys to use. And then there's calling to landlords. Now, sometimes when you call to landlords, you get property managers on the phone. So we also have a property manager opening call. So that's a lot of calls that you can make to a lot of people, listed properties, houses for rent, landlords, and for sale by owners. And remember, you're not restricted to your area. So you don't just have to work your area. I want you working some city that's around the middle of the country. If you're not in the middle of the country somewhere where you can buy nice houses for between 80,000 and 150,000, then I want you to develop a farm area in an area like that. Okay, so we work a lot in different areas. One area we like is Detroit. So people think Detroit, that's got a bad reputation as like not such a nice city. Well, you know what? The cash flow is amazing there. You can get, we have one house there for 50,000. We bought it for 50,000. We're getting $1,200 a month. Now remember, when we're looking at cash flow deals, we're looking at that 1% rule. So the 1% rule is that the rent, what you can get on a monthly basis, equals about 1% of what the value of the property is. So rent equals 1% plus of value. Now that's not going to generally work on any house that's over about 200,000. Usually once the house gets to 200,000, you're not going to get 2,000 a month for it unless you Airbnb it, which is another strategy. But primarily you're doing lease purchase exit strategies, collecting big non-refundable option deposits. Hey Lynette, good morning, beautiful Monday morning. WL, great to see you. Good morning, everybody here. And so I want you focusing on those outbound calls. Let's get the business rolling this month and let's have a fresh start. Now, March is a great month because it's really where we're transitioning into spring. March 21st is the first day of spring. In a lot of markets, this is when the activity starts to pick up more. So I want you guys to be, as active as possible. And I want you to be making a lot of calls this week and moving forward. And I want everybody doing now between 3 and 6 deals this summer. So from June 1st, we're looking at summer now because it's coming up faster than you think. Between June 1st and August 31st, that 3 months, I'd like to see you do at least 3 deals. And if you can get, your foundation in place and you start making these calls and doing what you need to do and getting good on the phone. I mean, the way to get good on the phone is do role playing before, but then just the more people you talk to on the phone, the better you're going to get. And that's just a fact of, just the experience. So I want you now I kind of got off what we came here for, which was Celebrate Your Name Day. Celebrate Your Name Week. So today is, it's actually, there's different sort of celebrating your name things. Today is actually Fun Facts About Names Day. So what's a fun fact about your name? Well, my name is the same as an animal. That's a fun fact about my name. Also, not just fun facts about your name, though. Today, what I want you to think about today is celebrate your name. So some people like Lynette Greider has a great name. Jennifer and Robert. Hi, guys. So celebrate your name. What do you really like about your name? What is great about your name? We named our kids some sort of interesting names, Dashiell, Kale, and Trinity. And so Trinity now has gotten to be really popular. And actually Dashiell and Kale have gotten more popular since we've started using those. I've seen a couple Kales and a few Dashiells around too, but not so many. Actually, there's a really good hockey player named Kale, and he spells it the same way as our son Kale. So what's in a name? And that's a big decision when you're naming your kids. It's like, wow, what do I name them? You don't want to name them something that makes them, have certain reactions. Remember that song? That song is funny, called A Boy Named Sue. If you never heard it, you should listen to it. Say, Alexa, play me A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. And Johnny Cash sings that song about Uh-oh, now she's going to start playing it. No, but the funny thing about that song is that the dad named the son Sue so that he would grow up tough and have to fight all the other kids, who are making fun of his name. So it shows you how, different names affect the way you live and the way you grow up and everything. Alexa, stop. Alexa's playing a boy named Sue. So guys, I want you to think about your name and think about what you're proud, how you're proud about your name. It's funny because when I was growing up, Brian wasn't such a common name where I was just fluky, there just wasn't that many Brians. And then Brian is one of the most popular names now, it seems like. So there's a lot of Brians out there. But what part of my name do I really identify with and love is the wolf. So we obviously collect wolf stuff. We got wolf stuff all over the place, wolf pictures, wolf paintings. Got a big wolf painting here. Got wolves right here. Oh, so I love the wolf part of my name. So do you love your last name? Do you love your first name? What is it about your name that can be actually motivating? Sometimes people have family names, like they have their grandfather's name named after your father, mother, grandfather. Hopefully that's encouraging and motivating to you. Sometimes I always worried about that. I was not going to name my boy after me because I'm a hard act to follow. No, I'm not. But they're going to have much better lives than me. But I don't want them to think I have to do better than dad because I have the same name. So now when I look at Lynette's name is very unusual. Lynette's name is, I really love Lynette's name, and Lynette Wolf is a really cool name. Now, Lynette, you just don't hear as often as all these other names in the family, but and you know what is really funny about her family is there were 10 kids in her family, and you look at all the names and all of them turned out, like normal people, like average, not superstars, not making millions of dollars. And then Lynette had the unusual name. So is that, why did she end up with the only unusual name in that family and then be the only unusual one in that family, be the standout in that family? Because her sisters' names are Anne, Cindy, Barb, and Lori, just about the most common girl names you could think of. Her brothers' names are Don, Dale, Mike, Dave, and Tom. So Mike, Dave, and Tom, pretty much, you're talking about the most common names. Dale and Don are a little bit different, but pretty common names. And then Lynette kind of sticks out. And I think, she sticks out in that family. She's the big winner of that family in terms of, financially and lifestyle and all that. So sometimes, you give a kid a little unusual name or a unique name. Hopefully it makes them feel special about themselves. So take, whatever, even if you say, oh, I hate my name, think of something because it's Celebrate Your Name Week. And so really think of what you like about your name. Maybe you like your middle name. Hey, Charles. Now, Charles is an interesting name. What do you go by? You can go by Chuck, Charles, Charlie, and a lot of times we hate one. So Lynette hates it when people call her Lynn. She says, that's not my name. My name is Lynette. So that's kind of funny, isn't it? And look at the Grand Canyon. Now, that's the name of that's a great name. What a great name. Who came up with that? The Grand Canyon. I mean, it's the perfect name. How could you come up with a better name than that? And so sometimes you think about, now, what did you name your business? So that's an important thing too. So you start thinking about names and you start thinking about write down transformational vocabulary. I just want you to have a grasp of that concept. So you can really change the way you think about something, the way you approach a topic, the level of motivation you have to go do something by changing your vocabulary. Anytime you say, oh, I have to go do this. Is that really motivating? No, I have to go do this and then I have to do this. No, say I get to do this and then I get to go do this. Just sometimes small changes in your transformational vocabulary can really make a big impact. And so your name, obviously what you identify with, that's such a core thing that's close to you. Now, when I talk about role control, which you want to be able to move from different roles into different roles. I was in pickleball me today. I try to think of myself as the pickleball professor. So when I'm out there, I don't get too aggravated because I'm super competitive. So I try to think logically and be like the pickleball professor and identify with that. So you have your little different roles in your life and, your mom or you're a dad, brother, sister, all those things. And so you can even have different little names for those things. It's like when I say dad, okay, I'm in my dad role. I'm in loving dad. I try to be very loving to the kids and patient, and it's hard to always be that way. So loving dad, that's my loving dad role. So what you name your different roles is really important. Like I am a real estate winner. I want you, when you're getting on the phone, I want you thinking of yourself as a real estate winner. You're naming that role. Now, if you want those role charts, remember I have role charts for all the different roles you can play. And some of them are already kind of halfway filled out for you, depending on the role. Okay, so there's even a one called Paperwork Me. So sometimes you have to sit down and fill out paperwork. Is that your natural role? Do you like that role? Some people do. Some people are accountants. They feel comfortable in Paperwork Me role. Some people just hate paperwork. That's the last thing they want to do, but you got to do it. So you got to get yourself into a mentality, into a role, into a state of mind that you actually like doing it and you're good at it. So what if you could be good at everything you do all day and enjoy everything you do all day? That's possible with role control. Just understanding I'm supposed to be in this role right now. Let me be in that role. And the names of your roles are very important. The names should be attractive, like you want to go into that role. Pickleball winner me. That could be a role. That gets me too competitive, so I wouldn't want to say that role. I like pickleball professor because it keeps me logical and that keeps me from getting too emotional. It's a very emotional game. Pickleball, people get really riled up. So if you can think of a way
I didn't understand that.
Well, you don't play pickleball there. So if you start playing pickleball, you'll understand quickly. So guys, I ran a little bit long like I am wont to do because I have a lot of stuff to share with you. And I missed you guys the last week. We were up in Idaho doing a lot of special work. I'm sorry I missed you, but I'm back and we'll be here all week. And it's going to be an awesome week. So except for Wednesday. So have a great week. Let's get rolling. Spring is here. It's just a couple of weeks away. Is the first day of spring. So now we should be laying our groundwork, making our calls, figuring out what marketing plan we're going to do and how we're going to close a bunch of deals this summer. 3 to 6 deals this summer for sure. That's life changing. We got a window here in 2023 and 2024 where if you can just focus up and buy one house a month, you could pretty much retire at the end of 24 with a big positive income stream, massive passive income. That's what we love. All right. So I'm proud of my name. Even if you don't think that way because you should be proud of your name. I'm proud of my name. I love my name. Okay. So let's say this is Celebrate Your Name Week. So let's say I celebrate my name. Okay. Whatever aspect of your name, first name, last name, middle name, you really love the most. I celebrate my name. That's our affirmation for today. 1, 2, 3. I celebrate my name. I celebrate my name. Yes, I celebrate my name. And that could be the name of your company. You could celebrate the name of your new LLC, which is, now remember, when you're naming your company, your LLC, make sure you put properties, homes, or real estate in the name. Because when you're forming that LLC, I want it to look like a management company and make it sound really respectable. A really respectable company. You can even put management in the name if you want. But that is a company that will be doing management of your properties, and you will send letters to lenders and say this company should get all future correspondence. So that's why I don't want you to pick some crazy name. Make it sound respectable and put real estate, homes, or properties in the name. All right, so awesome. I love spending time with you guys. Oops, we got to do our deep breathing. Nice deep breath in. Great way to start every day. Big smile. And when you exhale, relax your arms, your shoulders, your neck. Nice deep breath in. It's good to hold it a little second and let it out. Okay, you're doing your exercise with me. One more time. I love doing breathing exercises. It's invigorating. It makes me feel awesome. So transformational vocabulary, the nicer, more positive terms you can use, especially when you're talking about your business or your name or yourself. Stay positive, really positive, transformational vocabulary. So until I see you tomorrow, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, thinking the right way, keeping your mindset positive, and of course, as Lynette says, taking action. Always taking action.